And welcome back to Guide to Growtopia, Episode 2. Today we'll be learning GrowIDs, how to place blocks, planting, splicing, and doors. Yeah, a lot of stuff to get covered today. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Now then, first of all, probably the most important thing is your GrowID. By clicking the menu button in the upper right, you have the Get GrowID button. Fourth one down. Now then, it is indeed free. Now then, the Get GrowID will allow you to make in-app purchases, and also, the Get GrowID is basically assigning your character and your progress to a certain account, and by logging into that account, you'll get all that stuff back. So if anything were to happen to the account you're on, you can always play it from another device that runs Growtopia. Now then, when you first open it, it'll give you like a menu, and you'll put in your username. Hope that's available. A lot of the good usernames are already taken, so try to come up with something creative. Now then, you also have to fill in your email and make a password. Now then, email is also just in case you forget your password or someone else steals it. Anyway, so basically GrowID, buying your progress. Now then, after you make your GrowID, let's go ahead and learn how to log into it. So first of all, as I showed before, you click Exit World, and it brings you back to this hub. However, now if you want to get back to the login screen, you click Back. So as you can see there's a box, and right next to it are the words, I have a GrowID. Now then, by checking that, you can fill in your GrowID and your password. Now then, the password. You set your password, and the GrowID is basically the username you set. So after you fill that in correctly, you click Connect, and it'll connect you back. Now then, if you notice, when I was playing as a guest, I had 3 numbers. Well, an underscore and 3 numbers next to my name. That's to reduce confusion and some more important things. That way if another rapid curse person came in here, since they're unofficial, they can have any names basically. And yeah, you don't want 2 people with the same name. Yeah, that's all I can figure out. I'm not sure if there are any other things. There probably are. Still. Anyway. So as you can see here, I have my name, and I don't have the underscore numbers. Anyway, now then, next to your name you have a flag. That basically tells where you are. Alright, let's continue now. Breaking blocks. Now that I've entered my GrowID account. Alright, by tapping around you, you can punch in any direction. However, when you punch, basically, you can't go much farther than that. There are some items that allow you to punch farther, as I said before. Now then, when you punch a block, such as dirt, it cracks, and then I can punch it a few more times. The cracks mend over time, very quickly, usually, if you didn't mean to break them. Now then, when you break blocks, you have a chance to get one of 3 things. The block itself, a gem, or multiple gems, or its seed. Now, there are some exceptions, so we'll get to those later too. Now then, gems, as I said before, are your main currency. Once we get into farming, gems won't be too difficult. But first, let's talk about, basically, planting. So, I can also break the background here. Now then, when you first enter a fresh world, there are 3 things you'll notice. Well, 2, if you're not, like, ultra precisive. Dirt and rocks. Now then, once you start breaking the dirt, you'll notice that there's also background, and this is called cave background. The most basic background. Now then, I can break through dirt here, and I can get to rocks. There are no physics in this game. Anyway, so by getting rocks and stuff, you can get their seeds. Now then, I'll show you what the seeds do in a second. when you click on one, you have to plant it on a solid block right above it. You can't plant it like in midair. Anyway, so as you can see, it takes time to grow. And I think this is more just to balance out the game, kind of. Anyway, so as you see, it grows. We'll just wait for it to grow. In the meantime, I'll show you placing blocks. Now, when you select a block on your inventory, you'll have a little array, and this is basically the selection in which you can place blocks, like the area. So these are as far as my reaches go. Now then, there are no physics in this game. Well, there are, but, you know, no, like, block physics. So you can just place them in the air anywhere. That doesn't go for, like, seeds or trees. So as you saw there, they were ripe, and when I punched it, it broke. Well, kind of harvested. Now right here is a good example here. That tree dropped blocks, seeds, and gems. Now then, trees will drop almost, well, it's guaranteed that they will drop blocks. They also have a chance to drop seed, well, a seed. And then they also have a chance to drop gems, or a gem. Anyway, now then, to get into more complicated stuff. Splicing. Alright, let's start off here. So to splice a seed, you plant seed, and before it's grown, you select another seed, and tap on that tree with the seed. Now then, not all seeds are spliceable, but, you know, the 4 basic ones are. Now then, let's go ahead and talk about these, you know, basic elements. So you have your dirt, cave background, rocks, and then, if you start going deeper, you'll notice this stuff called lava. Lava is reddish and orangish. It's not actually that rare. It's almost always at the bottom of the fresh world. So as you can see there, you want to be careful with lava as it does hurt quite a bit. If you were to touch lava, it sends you flying back or forward, and it can kill you. Now then, it's a common belief that by sleeping, you'll regen health so that you can take more hits from lava. Now then, this is actually not true, just by, you know, waiting. It'll heal automatically. You don't need to sleep. So I can break some lava here. Now, most blocks look the same way. Drop gem, block, or seed. What you're going for is seed, so that basically you plant a seed. It gives you, you know, the block that you got it from. And then you break those blocks and try to get more seeds than when you started with. And that's basically the general roots of farming. Now then, as you can see here, the splice tree is done. And this is a door. Now then, over here I've already spliced some other trees here. I've only spliced 3. Anyway. So we have another door tree. We have a glass pane tree. And we have a wood block tree. Wood block, you know, pretty easy. Glass pane is actually background. And then doors are actually kind of special. Doors are like, basically like a non-solid block. So basically you can't place another block on it. But you can place a background behind it. Now then, I'll show you how to link doors because, you know, it's not actually that easy to learn. So, first things first, we'll learn about the wrench. Now in your little quick select there, these 4 boxes, on the first box you'll always have the fist icon. And if you select this, and then click on it again, it'll turn to wrench. And this is used to, you know, change things. So if I were to click on this door, I could change it. So you have your label, target world, and ID. Now then, we can label it whatever we want, such as label door, or door label. Oh, not there. Now then, normally doors are used to go to other worlds. For example, if I want this door to go to start, it'd go to start if I were to go into it. Now then, to go into doors, you stand in front of one and tap on the door or click the punch icon, and it goes to the world start. Now then, this isn't exactly what we want. So if we check here, you have door label, label door. We want these two to switch with each other. So by choosing colon and then choosing a certain ID like tomato, basically it'd go to the door in the same world, that any door in this world that has the ID tomato. So if I change the right door, this one, ID to tomato, then when I go into this one, it'll bring me to this door. Now then, if we wanted it to go back, I could do this potato and change this ID to potato, and now they'd switch whenever I go into one. Now then, splice blocks can also be broken, and you can also get seeds out of them. And these seeds can also be spliced with other seeds to get, different things. As I said before, not all blocks are seeds, are spliceable. And here's another side note. If I were to place this, it'd make a crappy sign tree, right? So that was door plus dirt. Now then, if I made a door tree, and then, I tried splicing it with dirt, you have to wait until it grows and actually get the seed before you can actually splice the door seed. So you have to wait for this to grow, get the doors, break it, and hope for a seed, and then use that seed and combine it with the dirt seed. Now then, the rarer things get, the less you get of them from a tree, the longer they take to grow, and more gems they produce, usually. So as you can see here, this was about a minute, and this was about 30 seconds. So they get longer and longer. Now then, that's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Guide to Growtopia. Next time, we'll learn more. See ya!